It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game! Series! Toronto has won!
I'll send it your way first. What does it mean to be playing basketball for you here in Los Angeles in front of friends and family?
It means a lot to me. The Clippers were probably one of the first NBA games I came to.
Inbound quickly to Horford. Kawhi can't knock it away. Pajemski is there. The Warriors have won. The Golden State Warriors have won.
He's back!
Kawhi Leonard was recently traded to the Toronto Raptors for Brandon Ingram, Grady, 2 first-round picks, a pick swap, and 2 second-rounders. The first-round picks, both being unprotected, are in 2031 and 33. The swap is in 2027, and the second-rounders are located in 2030 and 2033. There were reports that Kawhi Leonard was either going to re-sign with the Toronto Raptors, which is the team he ended up with, or the San Antonio Spurs, which was the 2 teams that he played for prior to coming to the Clippers. I like to start with the team that traded the primary player within the trade, which is the Clippers in this case. And I would say they got good value. Not only did they get kind of matching salary in Brandon Ingram, which is kind of like the DeMar DeRozan for this Kawhi to Toronto deal, but they also got a young player in Grady who's on a rookie contract for, I believe, 2 more years. I know he did struggle with his shooting, which is kind of his signature trait, but you still do get a swing to add alongside your young core with guys like Kobe Sanders, Keaton Wagler, who you drafted number 5 overall, Yannick Koenig-Niederhauser, and Jordan Miller. You get 2 unprotected first-rounders in this trade from the Toronto Raptors, I would assume, in a handful of years, which Kawhi Leonard is coming off of one of his best, if not his best offensive season, but he is 35, turning 36, I believe, in a 26-27 regular season. And so by 2031 and 33, he could easily be retired. I mean, honestly, I think it's expected for him to be retired by that point. So those picks could actually be in the lottery. For this trade, I would give the Clippers an A-. For the Toronto Raptors side of this, I would love to see Kawhi Leonard, Scotty Barnes, and Colin Murray-Boyles lined up like the 2019 Giannis wall against the Miami Heat. That defensive battle would be absolutely insane, and I'm here for it. Not even just the Bucks. I mean, who actually has players to get past the Raptors? Name a team. They probably don't have they don't have the correct unit to actually get past this behemoth, this Goliath defensively. You have incredible young legs in Scotty Barnes, who is literally the next coming of Scottie Pippen. You have Colin Murray-Boyles, who's one of the best defensive rookies, if not the best defensive rookie in that 25 class, as well as guys like Jacoby Walter, who is a good pickpocket, and Emmanuel Quickley, who can hold his own on the perimeter and is also a good pickpocket. With this defensive infrastructure, Kawhi Leonard will not have to exert himself to a crazy amount and be able to reserve himself and space out his quote-unquote attack mode throughout an 82 regular season, or just on a game-to-game basis where he doesn't have to be too aggressive because of the athleticism that's put around him. You do give up 2 first-rounders unprotected in this trade, which, like I said, for the Clippers could be incredibly valuable if, Kawhi Leonard is not on the team by 2031 and 2033, which he probably will not be. So you will have to scavenge around by the time that those draft picks do roll around and find a way to actually still be competitive. But as long as the rest of the young core does develop and just shift into the roles after Kawhi Leonard naturally, I do think this could be one of the best trades the Raptors make for the 2020s. For the Toronto Raptors, I will give them a B because you are giving up this much assets for a 35, soon-to-be 36-year-old. But like I said, he is coming off of one of his best offensive seasons. But that defense, like I said, he is aging. His foot speed isn't as great, so he does have to rely on his godlike frame in order to stay into the vicinity of ball handlers and get into the airspace. And he can't just run around the court, jumping passing lanes, being a complete nuisance on and off the ball, 94 feet every single game. There was a couple of instances on the Clippers where even Chris Paul had to constantly yell at him in order to get him to pick up full court due to Kawhi Leonard not being willing to exert himself or just not being able to exert himself just due to the fact that his body cannot handle it after that much mileage being put on his body and the amount of injuries that he's had to sustain over the course of his career. Well, I got a Jaylen Brown video to make, so